Ahoy, shipmates! I understand you may well be confused. This doesn't look like the typical view from my droning exploits. We're actually down the dockhead. I thought I'd show you what actually goes on to the railroads. People often ask what type of vehicles on there. Of course, there's often Land Rovers, Range Rovers, Minis, but as you can see here, there's lots of agricultural equipment. There's a whole car park there full of JCBs all being driven onto this lovely Ro-Ro. All for export. Who says that the UK doesn't export anything? Well, but did you see that? I'm just going to rewind here slightly because I didn't see that. No, did you see that? No, I didn't see that the first time, so I have to zoom in again. There's a couple of my most evil nemesis ever. A couple of oyster catchers flying there just along the line of the water and the harbour and the ship there. I didn't see them the first time. I did catch a glimpse the second time, but I thought it was a seagull. I'll put a link up somewhere in the top right hand corner or something to what happened the last time I encountered an oyster catcher. It's now become my least favourite bird. And if I zoom in here, look how close these guys are. They are close enough. Anyway, it's bringing back some rather painful memories. So let's move on. Right, so we're not actually here to see JCBs being loaded onto a Ro-Ro, although that is quite entertaining. This is a whole massive car park full of them. I mean, look how many there are. I mean, I don't know. There's tractors and all sorts down there. It's amazing to think how many are exported from the UK. The pesky oyster catcher again. In the back, we have a container ship just leaving port. So we're down the dock head end of Southampton port. It's often well, as you can see here, I can see often there's a couple of Ro-Ro here, but in fact you can see 3 of them. But we're not really here to see the Ro-Ros. We're here to see the Wayfinder. Now she's the vessel that's just in the right-hand side of your screen there, spinning around slowly. When I say slowly, I had to speed this clip up a lot. She's spinning around very slowly. There is the tug with just bunkering up, refueling as it were. And as you can see, Wayfinder is slowly moving out of the Empress dock here. And Wayfinder is a support vessel for Bill Gates' Superyacht. I'm sure you all know who Bill Gates is. So you might get a snap in here. Interesting looking vessel. Catamaran style. Some super large fenders down the side there. Not a bad little shot. I'll give you some idea of scale here. There's a Wilhelmsen Ro-Ro behind. And as you can see, even the tender to Bill Gates Superyacht is frankly massive. 68 metres long, space for 14 guests in 7 cabins, and 18 crew in 8. There you go. Give you some idea what she looks like. Very utilitarian looking, although I can't say it's unattractive. But very different. It's built by a Spanish builder. Well, I'm going to completely mercify the name. Asturias Armon. Built in 2020, very new, and she's actually off. She's leaving the port of Southampton on her way to Vigo. Top speed of 21 knots. Cost approximately $25 million. As you can see, there's a big H on the back there. That's because she has a helicopter pad on board. She can actually also hangar a helicopter as well. I mean, that's pretty fantastic. One day, someone is going to say, come along, certain ships, land your drone on my helicopter pad. It will happen. It will happen. And glory be the day. Anyway, time for a shot. That's amazing, really, to think there is so much space on the yacht. But I think it's deceiving. She's very long and thin, very elegant looks, even though she's got a very sort of industrial design. There's all sorts of configurations of this yacht. There's a couple of different varieties of them made by this company. There's a couple of sister ships, but essentially they are the toy tender to the super yacht. Like I say, this one's got a helicopter. There's tenders on there, and they have jet skis and 4x4 vehicles and side-by-side vehicles, and I think some of them even have mini submarines on board as well. It really is a different world for the billionaires of the world. Well, I can see the design of the catamaran working very well. You separate the two hulls, gives you a lot more stability at sea, and also when you're docked, and space-wise, it's probably what they need to store the vehicles. Got a couple of MTU engines on board. I'm not entirely sure of the size and capacity of these engines, unfortunately. But as you can see, it's a really quiet day in port here, and there's some lovely colours on the water. But actually, do you know what? I do try this quite a lot and quite often. I do experiment, and I've never done it before, and for some reason this is the first time it's actually worked for me, or I think it works. Let me know in the comments if you think it's good or bad. But I quite like the black and white version. I don't know why. I've tried it many a time, but this is the first time it actually works. I think it's mainly because the yacht has got some sharp angles and some high contrast and no colour. So the yacht itself looks, as you can see there, basically no different. It looks no different, it's just the water. Well, oh, there you go. Well, you tell me. You tell me if it's good or bad. I think that's the first time that I've enjoyed a black and white shot. Well, anyway, she's off to Vigo, and I've got to nip off to work. So, till next time, shipmates, let me know what you think about the black and white version. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.